I was thinking about myself from like 5 months ago, and I was in a state of just constant boredom, just hitting lows, hitting somewhat decent highs, not too good, making a little bit of progress, but then getting really complacent. Ego gets a little bit high. I just do stupid shit. And it was getting to the point where I was just tired of not making any progress. I was tired of just being a retard. I was tired of just not doing anything with my life. And it only was then when I realized that the phrase idle hands is the devil's workshop. Guys, bro, idle hands is the devil's workshop. It is. When you are idle, you are just regressing. When you're not making any progress, when you're not moving forward, the way that the universe works is that it is going to regress you. Whatever progress that you have made, whatever things that you have done, you are going to be held back because you're not putting in any work. That's just how things work. If you're not doing things, if you're not feeling uncomfortable, if you're not making sacrifices, if you're not going through things that you feel like you hate at the current moment for your future self, you are not going to be making any progress, and all you are going to be doing is regressing. And it was only to that point where I was spending those 5, 6 months just feeling like I'm putting in the work, lying to others, getting in my school group, not like actual school. There was a school group where it was people who think like me, and I was paying $110 a month every single month, just straight lying to these people, saying, yeah, I'm doing this. And this was like half a year ago. And it's just like, bro, you can't lie to yourself. When I lie to these people and I was like, yeah, man, I'm making progress, gym progress is going crazy, but all I was really doing is just staying at home watching everyone else making progress. When I was doing that, all I was doing was trying to lie to myself. I was trying to not feel guilty that I knew exactly what to do but not staying committed to it. When you feel that guilt, you are at the lowest frequency that you could possibly feel. When you could feel guilty, that is the lowest vibration. The universe is going to give you the worst of the worst. You are heading down a tunnel of despair if you are in a feeling of guilt. And the only way to get out of that feeling of guilt is just by doing things that make you feel fulfilled. And the way that you do that is really just by doing things where you're sacrificing your current self for your future self. And what I really do, I like just to imagine the fact that my future family depends on me. I like to imagine that I asked God to test me. I like to imagine the fact that the all-seeing eye, the fact that God, the creator of everything around me, is literally watching me. I don't care what religion you are. Your God, the universe, whatever you believe in, you are being watched. The world that we're living in isn't just some empty fallacy. No, it is something. There are rules to it. And when you are not following those rules, you are not going to be getting the benefits of the world. There is an infinite potential in this world, and if you are not trying to achieve that, you are not getting anything from it. And there is also an abundance of whatever feeling that you're getting. So let me explain this. So everything works in abundance. If you are unconfident, you are getting an abundance of discomfort. You are getting an abundance of unconfidence. When you are confident, you are getting an abundance of confidence. When you are working hard, you are going to get an abundance of pain. You are going to get an abundance of hard work. If you are absolutely trying to be successful, you are going to get an abundance of successful. You get it right now. You get it. I feel like you get it. You're getting the point here. When you are doing things, you get an abundance of it. So even if you don't try to imagine yourself in a deep rut, even if you're just sitting down in your bed, just feeling that little pain in the back of your head, if you're playing video games, feeling that little discomfort in the back of your head, you are going to get an abundance as time grows, because these things, it's an energy that piles up in your head. It's not just like those spiritual TikToks that you watch. No, this is real life. And the things that you feel in your head, those little emotions that you feel, pile up, and they make you the new person who you will be like 6 months from now. And it's not like I'm going to see the bad person next week. No, you are going to see the bad person 6 months from now, because time piles on, these energies pile on. So bro, all I'm really telling you is just to lock in. And the way that I locked in was by telling you, first of all, I told you that I realized the fact that God is watching, the creator of the universe is watching, and I had to put my maximum effort in. And the way that I put my maximum effort in is by, first of all, taking every aspect of my life serious. The video or the content creation, I took that increasingly serious. The career that I was building, the HVAC career, I took that completely serious, even though I hated the actual work. When I'm in a 130-degree attic, sweating my balls off, and just doing the next thing, going through that pain, even though that sounds like something little to you, I see this as something I could build. I could build an empire. And the fact that I'm pushing myself little by little is crazy to me, because I know the little steps that I make right now are going to pile on humongously in the future. And the way that I think is in the future. I don't think about now. I don't think about the little pain. No, I think about, if I make an extra step, I'm going to be that extra step forward later on. I'm going to be this many steps ahead of everyone else later on. That's how I think. Not just the career, not just the HVAC, but my character. When you are serious with yourself, when you have good self-talk, because you spend every single day living continuously to your best self, you are going to feel good. You are going to want to do these things. And the only way that you want to do these things is by committing to it first, sticking to it, then not going through your vices, and then you feel really rewarded. One thing I noticed in the beginning is how rewarded I felt after not downloading Instagram, after not scrolling on my phone, after saying that I'm not going to do this and not actually doing it. After doing something where I committed myself to it and actually committing and actually getting it done. The only way that I felt good about making progress, the only way that I feel good about making progress is by just committing to the things that I told myself I was going to do. It is that simple, bro. It is as simple as just committing yourself to the things that you want to do. So the whole purpose of this is just for me to tell you, bro, just lock into your best self. Just God, the universe, whatever you believe in, you are being watched. This isn't some fake reality. You are being watched. There is someone out there in the universe, something out there in the universe, and it is testing you every single day. And once you go through these steps, once you go through these tests, and you conquer everything around you, bro, I want you to thank yourself for how much progress that you have made, because you have realized this. It is not just an empty world. This isn't some camera I'm talking to. No, it is a transfer of energies. And I'm not talking like some spiritual TikToker. No, when I'm putting energy into the world, when I'm fucking feeling miserable in the moment, actually working hard, doing things to better myself, I'm going to get good things out of that because I put the pain into it. Think of it like it's the gym. If you do the extra reps that feel fucking terrible, you are going to get the extra gains that look freaking great, right? And you are going to feel great. And your testosterone levels will make you just go into that next level because you feel that extra confidence. Bro, just go through the pain. Feel the sacrifices. Feel the sacrifices. Every single time that you wake up, don't look at your phone. Limit your screen time, because that is what perpetually moved me forward. When I limited my screen time, when I stopped watching the stupid shit that I was watching, when I stopped, playing with the chicken, watching that fucking degenerate shit almost 3 days a week, that's when I made progress. Because it was those things that were holding me back. It was those delusions that I put myself in that were holding me back. So stop holding yourself back, because your future self is not going to like exactly what you did. Your future self is going to look at you right now in resentment. You are going to hate yourself. Why do you want to live in that kind of reality? Why do you want to live in the reality where you are just looking at yourself, you're some fat piece of shit, can't get hoes, hasn't been married, got sex like 7 years ago? Bro, you are like gonna be fucking talking to fours. Bro, you are just going to live a miserable life. You're not going to be able to like afford groceries. You're not going to be able to do the simple things that people enjoy in their life. Even if you got a decent job, you're just going to be scrummaging for the next thing. Bro, you don't have to live miserable. Live in the way that you know that you can be living, and then commit to the best things that you could possibly do right now, because it is completely possible. It is completely possible to change your life. It is completely possible for me to look at you right now and just say, you could make progress, crazy progress in the next 2 weeks if you just stop jerking off, if you stop watching whatever things you watch on YouTube, if you stop watching Netflix, if you stop fucking watching TikToks, Instagram Reels, scrolling, looking at people in their pages and being envious. Bro, you got to stop doing that because that is not helping you at all. Once you lock in, just give it 2 weeks and you let me know how you feel. You comment on this video. You tell me how you feel because you are going to feel great. You are going to feel things that are good for you. Because if you don't feel things that are good for you, what are you really living for? Like, what's the purpose of being alive if you don't make any progress, if you don't strive for big things? Because that's your duty as a man. Your duty as a man is to be your best self. Your duty as a man is to look in the mirror and be proud of who you're looking at. Every single time I look in the mirror, I just see huge potential. And I see myself striving towards that potential. Every single time that I pray to God, I'm like, thank you. And I thank God for the most simple things because we are so blessed. I thank God that I have the ability to I have the ability to just see things. I have the ability to talk. I have the ability to communicate. I have family. I have friends that I could talk to. I have a phone. Other people are not living as good as you are. There is someone out there in the world that would murder for the position that you are in life, and you are taking that for granted. You have so much potential. You are living in an economy where you could just be anything that you want to be. It is an attention economy. It is a value economy. You could provide value for the world. But first, you have to be that valuable person first. And the way that you do that is by building yourself, by building every single block up, by doing everything that you can to refine yourself. So bro, just honestly, just lock in and comment on this video. I will help you out. Just tell me exactly what you need. Just be like, hey man, I'm confused on this thing, and just let me know, bro. Just let me know.